Alex.
I'm Bailey.
And we're going to be presenting to you our MCCSC Ambassador Program. Okay, so just an introduction, and then we'll go through the problem, our solutions, specifics of the program, and then just a wrap up. So I just would like to say thank you for coming here to listen to our program proposal. This is a great opportunity for us, and we hope that you find some value and potential in what we're about to tell you, as we explain to you the development and reasoning for such a program, and as well as how this would be implemented, and why we believe that this would make a key program to help solve the teacher crisis in Indiana. So just a quick personal story. I am doing my field experience at Bloomington North High School, and a couple weeks ago I was in a 9th grade English class, and we know that a big problem with the crisis and why we see such a crisis is public perception of teaching and education. And I was in there observing, and one of the girls in the class turned around, she looked at me and my peers, and she said, "I have a question," and normally we expect these questions to be, where are you from, why English, why teaching? And she looked at us and she said, "Why would you pick a career where you're underpaid and disrespected?" And, we kind of just glared at each other and we laughed, but I was thinking I would really like to sit down with her and just tell her personally why I chose this field. And there's so many benefits that just aren't talked about, and one of the goals of this program is to get out there and share those benefits with people. So our program is really aimed at trying to solve the public perception to really get more people into the field and specifically into the state of Indiana.
Meet our team. These are just pictures of us, Bailey Baxter, Madeline LaForest, co-founders, and then we made our own logo and slogan to go with our company. So the problem, as we stated, is Indiana specifically, but much like any other state, has a teacher shortage, and the decrease in teachers is just continuation throughout the years. Some statistics found that only 27% of parents, K through 12, all grades, said that they believe that education is heading in the right direction, and the majority of parents will tell their students or tell their children not to become teachers and not to go into the field of education, so it is based largely around public perception of education. And mainly now the way that they try to reach out and get jobs and make people to be teachers, it's decreased, and now there's just pretty much posting a job application online and trying to recruit teachers that way, so it's very narrowed down and there's not as much programs to try to reach out and gain teachers.
So MCCSC Ambassador Program, MAP for short, for this specific case we decided to focus on the school district, which has about 10,000 plus a couple hundred students. So it's designed to use the resources and teachers already provided by the district to develop a way in which more teachers can be recruited. So using resources, the facilities, currently employed educators, and then the given $25,000 budget, the MCCSC Ambassador Program's team of professionals will work to recruit a selected amount of teachers from the school district to become ambassadors for our district, and then we go out to other areas of the state, neighboring states, to recruit more educators. So this comes in the form of job fairs and going into schools and universities, and then also just to the communities in those areas, because we know there are fast-track programs to get your license to educate, and not a lot of people know about that, but they really don't know about the benefits that come with educating and educating in Indiana. So visiting those universities, doing career fairs, trying to recruit teachers, and 20% of teachers who are within their first 2 to 4 years have to pick up a second job. So we figured that this is a way to keep them within their fields, and then also to give them incentives and recognition. So that would be, paid workshops for the income, and then also allowing them to gain educational experience and opportunity.
So program specifics.
So recruitment and training, this would be 40% of our budget. So for recruitment, we would partner with a local business school. So for example, here it would be Kelly, to learn about recruitment strategies to try and go into the schools and recruit teachers for our program. And we would learn about media utilization, advertisement, networking skills, and then we would look into teacher associations and teachers unions, so the Monroe County Education Association, to try and also narrow down our pool, and then using the State Department for data and resources. And then training would be partnering with the local business schools again, partnerships with social media platforms that specialize in recruitment, and marketing. So Savage Media, which is based in Indianapolis, would be a partnership, and then networking skills. So LinkedIn does a bunch of online courses to teach networking and selection skills. And then the training would be done through workshops, multi-day makeup opportunities to allow for those flexible schedules, and would be paid time.
And then for outreach and promotion, we would use 25% of the budget, $6,250 for this, and this would be done using different strategies to establish collaboration with different companies and businesses to try to reach out to the programs. Strategies for this would be organizing and holding fairs and events, as we just stated, which is a big way to do it. And the School of Ed does job fairs and stuff like that, and this would help to show the benefits of teaching, to try to get a better perception of teaching. So explaining like the job security and the skills transferability, and like promoting making a difference in children's lives and making people want to teach. A large part of promotion would be social media platforms, because this is a great way to reach out to all states, not even just Indiana, and a younger audience, because everyone would be able to see if you were using social media platforms. And also peer-to-peer referral programs, or organizing events to pair with the community, like libraries and local school businesses. Travel and accommodations, so then we would use 20% of the budget, $5,000, toward travel accommodations for the teacher ambassadors. So a lot of hotels such as Hilton have like benefits for traveling groups of large groups, like booking blocks of 10 to 25 rooms, and they have flexible meeting spaces for the conferences to present for the ambassadors to work with. So this would be a great way to help with the travel and the accommodation.
So a large part of our program is incentives and recognition. So research shows that increased productivity comes with incentive programs by 14%, and then better employee retention, positive work environments, etc. So some ideas for this would be performance-based bonuses, and then provided monetary rewards for reaching specific milestones. That way we can utilize our budget and maximize that. And then we would also, for recognition, collaboration with stakeholders, so like facilitate opportunities for teachers to collaborate with policymakers, industry leaders, community organizations to recognize their role as ambassadors. And then that would lead to potential career advancement opportunities, so pathways for teachers to advance in their careers in the field, such as access to leadership positions, mentorship programs, etc.
Evaluation and reporting, so a big part of it would be to use 5% of our budget, which is $1,250, to utilize for reporting and seeing how the system is being kept up. So having regular reports, documents, like documenting the program's impact and what it's been doing, and then also holding check-ins, just like of like 3 throughout the year, to see how we can improve the program and how the ambassadors are doing and what they can improve to try to get more people to be a part of our program. Partnering with program evaluation professionals to help ensure that we maximize funds and success. And example, partnering with Kelly School of Business to learn and utilize technology for these evaluations.
And I know we're running out of time. So this is a breakdown of the schools in the district, which we would work off, like recruiting teachers based off those numbers. And then this would be a 9-month program, which is about the time of the school year, to try and implement the program with quality, but to try and keep up with the growing pace of this crisis. So that is our presentation.
Thank you.
Questions?
Could you explain or elaborate just a little bit about your offer of a bonus for automatic pay schedule promotions and how that might work?
Yeah, so, I mean, given the budget, we know that we really had to like work on figuring out like what we would actually put towards like incentives and how we could like maximize like the potential of that budget. So we were just hoping that, you know, as the program hopefully takes off, that we could like allow for those like leadership opportunities to arise, and, you know, collaboration. I think a large part of it is that, you know, people come into the field and they don't necessarily know if there's going to be room for them to grow, so like just having that opportunity, and then the paid bonuses would come with like trying to figure out milestones, and then also like having those paid workshops, because there needs to be some sort of other income for a lot of teachers. So yeah, and then again with like career advancement opportunities, that often comes with more pay, which is also like a great incentive. So.
As the teacher ambassadors are traveling around and going to various events and outreach to raise public perception of education, would there be any sort of official literature or anything that they would use do you have like a tagline or a curriculum, something that they would use to share, or would it be up to teachers and how they wanted to present themselves?
Yeah, do you want to take this one?
Yeah, I feel like it would be a good idea for the teachers to be able to present themselves in their own way. I mean, like they could have like a structured curriculum to go off of, but that could just be like an outline, and then they could just go based off of their self and what they believe could be done, to promote teaching and try to get people into the program.
Yeah, going off of that, we're being taught currently that through like lesson plans using like backwards design, there's a lot of different ways to like allow kids to have the opportunity to show their growth and to show their learning that isn't just the linear like writing process or what they're being taught. And I think a lot of teachers aren't aware that they have that kind of freedom. I can't speak for other districts or other states, but we know that this district allows for that creativity. So just like really like highlighting that idea that you do have more freedom and like creativity than you think you do. So I think that's like a great point.
Any other last questions?